today. From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here comes Patrick Mahomes leading out the defending champions. And Patrick Mahomes, of course, the Pro Bowl quarterback in his fourth season now.
Well, his ratio, most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 29, Mahomes. That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
Oh, man, come on. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28.
The Falcons take over first.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. They'll be led out by their 35-year-old quarterback in his 13th season in the NFL, the former MVP Matt Ryan.
Brandon, there's 2 weeks to go in the regular season, so you know the pressure is ramped up in so many ways. People have to win games, try and get their bonuses, the whole deal. But how about trying to close out an MVP award?
Just 2 weeks to go. There has to be a lot of pressure, though. We talked about that in previous weeks, sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, he can talk all he wants about, I don't listen to that, and there's no pressure. All we're doing is trying to win games. He knows, we all know, he's been the one who's been leading the pack. Let's see if he can close it out.
Brings up second.
The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 18 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley, and we all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Gain of 2 yards.
Another nice play there by Chris Jones, a Pro Bowler for the first time in 2020. A 5-year man out of Mississippi State. I would dare say plenty more Pro Bowls for him coming up.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? There was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. DeMarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And now it's 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get it into Kelsey that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 16. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
1st and 10 at the 6.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You'll get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Oliver.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
The throw right sideline here is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
29-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7, Falcons 0.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Draw play for Gurley.
Had a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He's brought down.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd down.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Hill on the return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
3rd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 5-yard line. 25-yard. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
A gain of 15.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, Ryan. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Falcons 3.
And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. 30, 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Todd Gurley, the ball carrier.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third down.
On third down, Ryan. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Ryan's pass complete to Russell Gage. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Falcon first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Complete.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Throwing again, Ryan. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw again is Ryan. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard.
Still first down.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw is Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Second down at the 24-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We start up at Ford Field. Detroit playing host to Tampa Bay. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. Kenny Golladay, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. A touchdown there for Le'Veon Bell. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And that game all tied up as they host the visiting Giants. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Ball carrier.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Now it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones.
Ryan's pass complete.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
First down.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. A run with Gurley there on 1st down, going to get about 4 yards.
Gurley again, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Thrown away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gurley stays on his feet. They find some open field here. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big run there by Gurley. 45 yards on the ground. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package, speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester. That's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Comes in. This might be a free play. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
Offside. Defense.
Oh, man. You can't do that.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Inside 4 minutes to go. 3rd quarter. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 27, Ryan to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It's on the pickup.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now Ryan on 1st down. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chiefs' 4-yard line.
second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Here's Ryan. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Keeps the score. Chiefs 28.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Darquez Denard there to make the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 26.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Falcons 16.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Mahomes firing complete, and he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
29-yard
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
On first down, Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Good. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
16. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. And what are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And it's second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, Ryan. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
For Laquan Treadwell. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Ryan will throw again. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Number 81.
Hayden Hurst, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. So they get the score still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
It is good.
And he knocks it through. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Allen brought him down. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard.
On 2nd down and 4. Mahomes going deep for Hill. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with 20 on the year, and the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan.
A very quick pass to Ridley.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
A gain of...
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 28.
They'll take over.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They're running with Gurley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, Ryan. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Chris Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Ryan's pass.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. To protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Today's final score.
Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Chiefs, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.